Tonight on CTV News, we have a look at one coffee shop that is making an impact on the community. Then later on, we have a look at some Earth Day activities.
All this plus weather, sports, and entertainment starting right now on CTV News. Good evening, and thanks for watching the last Tuesday news show of the semester. I'm Marla Lundak.
And I'm Willis Scott. We begin this evening with a story about a CSU student who was catfishing her friends.
A CSU student has been charged with felony sexual assault and stalking after spending months catfishing two female friends, according to the Fort Collins Police Department. Jalen Perez is accused of creating two fake social media accounts to trick her friends into believing she was two male students at CSU and forming online relationships with the women. Perez reportedly sexually assaulted one of the victims at a party and used a fake online account to convince her friends that she had done nothing wrong. Perez is due in court for a disposition hearing on May 1st.
The new on-campus stadium opens in 4 months. It's got a lot of people talking about an age-old issue, parking. The CSU Student Association, the university, and the city are still working out the final parking details. Here are some of the decisions that they've already made. Students living on campus will have to participate in the Repark program. Only 3 of the Residence Hall parking lots will be open for students to park in on game days. Every other Residence Hall lot will require residents to move their vehicles. Students reparking can move their cars to the South College Avenue parking garage and the University Square parking lot. One of the other big topics is tailgating. The university will allow tailgating on campus in designated tailgate areas. According to the Student Association president, fans can also drink alcohol on certain wet parts of campus. Decision makers will continue to plan the game day experience over the summer.
If you've walked through the plaza either Monday or today, you may have noticed one topic on display. Stop and Think, a Justice for All traveling exhibit, discusses issues such as abortion and feminism. This annual pro-life event visits the CSU campus each year. According to their website, Justice for All is a nonprofit educational organization that partners with local church communities to make abortion unthinkable. They partner with Colorado State University's Pro-Life Club to bring the exhibit to campus annually. One question the exhibit poses to students is, can feminists be pro-choice? Students wrote down their response to the question and engaged in conversation with staff members. The exhibit will continue on the plaza until Wednesday, April 26th from 9 in the morning to 3:30 in the afternoon. For more information about the group and the exhibit, it can be found on the Justice for All website.
For many people with developmental and mental disabilities, work can be hard to come by. A new coffee shop is giving many of their baristas their first job. The Fort Collins shop wants to help people with disabilities get the job training and confidence to follow their own career path. A new kind of coffee shop with a unique mission just opened in the Sweets Rehabilitation Care Facility in Southeast Fort Collins.
We had our grand opening last Saturday, and we've hit the ground running this week with our full hours.
One first-time customer tried their vegetarian burrito.
It was delicious. I will get that again.
A staff of 14 baristas serve the Sweets residents, healthcare providers, and the public 7 hours a day, 5 days a week. The workforce shares a common thread.
Except for the manager that we brought on, everybody else has varying degrees of ability. Our mission really is to employ people and change the way that people think about people with disabilities.
They're serving up more than just smoothies. They're serving up smiles for the customers and the employees.
What we've seen is happiness on both sides. I mean, you're getting a great sandwich and a cup of coffee and somebody's handed it to you that's got a big grin on their face. It's hard to walk out of here not feeling good.
The owners, Jeff and Jennifer Wittenauer, developed the desire to provide jobs for people with disabilities when they couldn't find a place for their own daughter to work.
We were concerned about what our daughter was going to do when she turned 18. You know, most people that are developmentally or intellectually disabled, probably 85–90% of them are either underemployed or unemployed.
Ellie is proud to tell people who the coffee shop is named after.
Yep, me.
A veteran of the food industry, Wittenauer says these are the best employees he's ever had.
These kids and the people that are working for us are just full of excitement and joy and laughter. They just want to do a good job. The funnest part, I think, for me is when you hand somebody a paycheck and you see a grin on their face.
Thank you very much.
Colorado laws allow businesses to pay employees with disabilities just $7.90 an hour. Ellie's Deli pays employees the full minimum wage of $9.30. They hope to increase the pay as the business grows.
One Colorado State University instructor is making a difference with the local Fort Collins homeless population. Elizabeth Urban and her husband set up an event they call Saturday Morning every fourth Saturday of the month. Urban and her husband arrive at the Community of Christ Church on East Oak Street. The event is unrelated to the church, but instead provides a place for the Fort Collins homeless population to gather and get their basic needs met. The couple work with a group of 15 volunteers, often including CSU students. The event is made possible by various donations of food and clothing. They decided that they wanted to provide support for the people experiencing homelessness in their own community.
Thousands gathered in Denver last Saturday to celebrate science. The March for Science aimed to proclaim the value of scientific research. The group organizers fear that government policymakers will ignore popular scientific findings when crafting new regulations. This was the largest marching crowd in Denver since the Women's March. The 14-block march weaved through Denver and ended at Civic Center Park, where people participated in activities throughout the rest of the day. Tents and booths were set up all throughout the park. The booths offered children interactive experiences to encourage a love of science.
Earth Day is a day that is celebrated with a lot of enthusiasm here in Fort Collins. Earth Day is a day dedicated not only to appreciating the planet, but also to reminding communities what they can do to be more environmentally friendly. At the Civic Center Park near Old Town in Fort Collins, a sustainable living fair with vendors from all over the city was held. Vendors at the fair were there to promote their products and services while also informing the public about the conservation of energy and water, recycling, public transportation, and much more. The Sustainable Living Fair was complete with yard games, free massages, face painting, and live music. I had the chance to speak with a local electronics recycler about their services and why they are important, especially on Earth Day.
We recycle electronics locally here in Fort Collins. We're here making sure that people know that some recyclers say they're, recycling things properly when in reality they're being shipped overseas. When the whole units are being shipped overseas, these components are being melted by the people that are in the community trying to get the precious golds out of it and that kind of thing, which creates fumes, which is bad for the environment and Earth.
I was also able to speak with a zero-waste natural grocer from here in Old Town.
Yes, the Fort Collins Food Co-op is Fort Collins' original natural grocer. We have been around since 1972. We were actually started by CSU students who wanted access to natural, wholesome foods. We were started as a green company and we continue to be a green company. We recycled, we composted long before it was the thing to do. It's built into our ethos, it's who we are. And we really allow people to do their grocery shopping and waste as little as possible.
The fair was an opportunity for eco-friendly vendors to connect with potential customers and for community members to learn more about going green. To learn more about events similar to this, you can visit fcgov.com/events. Well, it's great to see the way people celebrate Earth Day, don't you think, Willis?
I do. It's always fun. They're always coming up with new things to do. Last year I went to a tree planting thing, which was just a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's great. Well, what'd you do this year? I was at the fair. What'd you do?
Right. This year I stayed in and I took a nap, so I didn't plant any trees. But I feel it still counts as celebrating if you go outside and you pitch a hammock and you take your nap in the hammock.
I agree.
Yeah.
I think that's a wonderful way to celebrate.
Right, right. Well, it's time for a quick break.
What you talking about, Willis? Sierra Science is coming up with a full weather forecast.
Then later on we have sports and entertainment.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and kcsufm.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Welcome back with your weather. I'm Sierra Symes. Currently, we're looking at our radar image across the nation here. Now we can see this oscillating front that's actually happening over Colorado. That's a low pressure system that has brought us this precipitation and also snow that we saw over today. Now that is expected to move on across the state, but pay attention up in northeastern, northwestern, the Pacific Northwest here. There's a weather cell developing here that we're going to talk about later in our 7-day forecast. Now currently it's 46 degrees outside. We've got a wind speed of 21 miles per hour from the north there. Also some gusts, 31 miles per hour as well. Sunset was at 7:50. Now into tonight, we're looking at some snow along western Colorado, a winter weather advisory, some sleet in Telluride, as well as 2 to 5 inches of snow there. We're looking at 18 degrees in Vail, 35 though in Gunnison. Up the I-25 corridor, 38 in Pueblo, low 30s as we move towards Fort Collins, 31 here tonight. Now over in eastern Colorado, we're looking at some low 30s as well as a 37 degrees in Lamar. Now into tomorrow, we can expect a little bit warmer temperatures, but still pretty chilly for April. We're looking at some varied temperatures along the western slope, 39 in Vail, 59 though in Gunnison, 41 in Telluride, warming up a little bit there. Up the I-25 corridor, we're seeing 60s in Pueblo and Denver, 55 in Colorado Springs, 59 here in Fort Collins. Along the eastern plains, we're seeing some high 50s as well, 62 in Lamar. Now for your, is there going to be precipitation tomorrow? The answer to that is no. It's going to stay nice and dry. 42 degrees for your 9 a.m. hour, 4% chance of precipitation. That's going to continue into the afternoon. 53 degrees only reaching there for your 12 p.m. hour. It's going to be a little bit gusty, 22 mile per hour from the northwest. Now we are going to pick up a little bit of chance of precipitation by 4 p.m. Now this break in this precipitation is due to that cell moving across the state. By 11 p.m. tonight, you can see that it's still resting over Colorado, but by 8 a.m. by tomorrow, you can see that it's already passed, and into Wednesday at the evening, you can see that that front that we talked about from the Pacific Northwest is actually going to move towards Colorado. That's going to bring some snow as well as some rain that we're going to see into our 7-day forecast. So Wednesday, we're looking at 59 degrees, but that rain is going to reach us by Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We're looking at a lot of rain, a lot of showers. Now those temperatures are going to drop below 50 degrees and they're going to stay there through Saturday. A chance of snow on Saturday, very likely indeed. And for those evening temperatures, you're going to want to break out that really warm jacket, 26 degrees only there. Sunday and Monday are going to stay a little bit drier. We've got some, we're expecting some wind though. We're going to rise to 57 degrees for Sunday. Monday, we're going to reach 65. But Tuesday, we're going to bring back down that temperature as well as some showers that are going to enter into our day there. So that's all for weather. Up next, sports with Tim McCall.
Morning, Gary. We are GetSchooled.com. You want a college education, don't you? You know you do. That's why we're here. We're free and here to guide you through every step of the way, starting with attendance. Gary, financial aid forms. Picking a college, man. You and us. We go together like tacos and Tuesday.
And I love tacos. Go to GetSchooled.com.
Hello Rams, I'm Tim McCall, and for one last time this semester, I'd like to keep you updated with all the latest in the world of Rams sports. The CSU softball team received some exciting news earlier today, as the Mountain West Conference announced that Rams sophomore Bridget Hutton has been named the Conference Pitcher of the Week. This was Hutton's first time earning Mountain West Conference recognition. Hutton's award comes after she posted 2 complete game performances last week, both of which resulted in a Rams win. The Platteville, Colorado native allowed just 1 earned run in a 3-1 victory over the University of Northern Colorado and pitched a complete game shutout in a 5-0 victory over UNLV. Hutton and the rest of the CSU softball team will look to duplicate their performance from last week as they begin a 3-game series at the University of Nevada on Friday. Be sure to check out Collegian.com to see if your Rams can beat the Wolfpack in this weekend series. In other news, the CSU women's tennis team will travel to Las Vegas this week to participate in the 2017 Mountain West Championship. The 11th seeded Rams will open up against the Boise State Broncos, who are the 6th seeded team in the tournament. The match is scheduled to start on Thursday at 3 p.m. The Rams will be looking to advance past the first round of the tournament for the first time since 2013. If they succeed, it'll be the 6th time in history that the Rams have been able to advance to the second round. The CSU tennis team has steadily improved throughout the year and will look to complete a strong finish to what has been a memorable season. Be sure to visit Collegian.com to see how your Rams fare in the 2017 Mountain West Championship. The CSU men's basketball team also got some exciting news yesterday as head coach Larry Eustace announced that the team has received a national letter of intent from 6'9" forward Alonzo Tyson. Tyson, who has played the last 2 seasons for Cape Fear Community College, has become known for his rebounding and shot blocking ability. Starting in only 25 games last season, Alonzo totaled 47 blocks and averaged just under 9 rebounds per game. When Alonzo enrolls at CSU next semester, he will have 2 years of eligibility remaining and will be eligible to play immediately. Tyson's height, length, and athletic ability are all elements that Rams fans should be excited about and are all things that could lead to Tyson becoming a staple in the Rams lineup next season. That's all the sports we have for you tonight. It has been a pleasure sharing the sports news with you this semester. But don't go anywhere because up next, it's Ryan Christ with entertainment.
You are listening to 90.5 KCSU Fort Collins with DJ Meanbeat,
DJ Nightshade, DJ Wildcard. Music to me is one of the best creative outlets that I can think of. An escape from the real world.
Music to me is an expression of love.
To go from like folk to hip hop to like classic rock, 1960s bossa nova. With music, there's like no boundaries.
And I work here because I love music, and you do too.
What is up, Rams? My name is Ryan Christ, and I'm here to keep you updated in the world of entertainment for the last time this semester. So, let's get started. Everybody loves Star Wars, and if you don't, clearly you must be one of those people who sees a puppy and it's like, I guess I'm a cat person. But for the real humans out there, we all know that Luke Skywalker grew up on a farm. For those of you who don't know, he specifically was a moisture farmer, which was news to me recently. I just assumed he grew regular crops on a desert planet with 2 suns. But all of that aside, a few researchers from the Intelligent Engineering System at Nottingham Trent University in the UK are turning this science fiction fact into a reality. How this works is much like how you are sitting on a hot day with a cold glass of ice water. Water builds up on the side of the glass and creates condensation. Well, that's exactly how these farms would work, putting and cooling the air in high humidities to create and collect natural water vapors in the air. Now this is amazing. This can be used in so many different areas in the world that need clean water. My only question is this university going to be making lightsabers next? Because if they are, then I'm going to the UK. I mean, how many times have you been walking to class, trying to get to the front because you're blind as a bat, and there's just so many desks and chairs in the way, and you can't just walk around them? Let me tell you, I think a lightsaber would definitely fix that. In some celebrity news, apparently a Ryan Reynolds fan took a tweet a little bit too far. This past weekend, a fan tweeted at Reynolds saying, quote, "If you like this post, I will tattoo your name onto my butt." Reynolds, of course, saw it as a joke and liked it, and a few weeks later, he posted back saying, "Your wish is my command," with a picture of his new, lovely, and permanent work of art. Reynolds was stunned and tweeted back saying, "Oh God, oh dear God, what have you done?" And you know, this got me thinking. I have 9 Twitter followers and a whopping 0 tweets. I know, I'm a big deal. And if one of my many fans were to do this, I wouldn't know what to say. I mean, there would just be no words. In some Fort Collins news this past weekend, Prost Brewing Company had its 1-year birthday.
At Prost Brewing Company this past weekend, they were celebrating their 1-year anniversary where anyone, even our furry friends, could enjoy some fun games, live music, and of course, their authentic German beer. Along with all this, the general manager told me that he wanted to do something big, so they had free food out back where they roasted a 90-pound pig. I spoke to the chef who told me more about the process.
As soon as the hog was slaughtered and processed, I was able to get a hold of it, and then we put it in a brine for 45 hours. The brine consisted of pears, apples, sugar, apple juice, apple cider, granulated garlic, salt, pepper, and a couple other secret ingredients. We let that cook down for, well, it's been on the grill for about 14 hours now, so.
This pig looked delicious and everyone was dying to have some of this homemade food.
I appreciate that. That, make sure you add some fresh pineapple.
I spoke with one of the managing partners who told me more about their tradition of having a pig roast.
Just kind of a celebration that we started doing the pig roast in Denver at our location 5 years ago, and we just kind of carried that tradition on up to here.
Prost is located on 321 Firehouse Alley and is one you should check out. In some more stunning news, with the United Airlines story about the man being dragged off a plane starting to fade away, American Airlines had to get in on the action. This past week, a flight attendant violently ripped away a mother's stroller, hitting her and almost striking the baby. The mother was trying to fold up the stroller so it could be placed in the overhead, which, according to the official policy of American Airlines, is fine. The mother, in tears, prompted another passenger to ask for the flight attendant's name and ended up sharing some violent and heated dialogue. The airline is investigating the flight attendant and are looking into the situation. But my only question is, why, if they were allowed to be on the plane, why would they forcefully take it away from her? It just doesn't make sense. Are they trying to one-up United or something? I feel like the CEO just saw the news about United, turned to his marketing team and was like, I think we can do better. Because I just don't get how this happens. Well, that is all the entertainment that I have for you tonight. Coming up, our producer sits down with some of our seniors in CTV.
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Oh, look, a redhead.
Staring contest!
You still got it. I know. Come alive with the forest. The dad was cute.
You were looking right at us!
Visit discovertheforest.org to find a forest near you.
Tune in to KCSU, your student-run radio station at Colorado State University. Live 24 hours a day, every day at 90.5 FM and KCSUFM.com. Live local new music now, and news, talk, and sports. KCSU, the radio voice of Colorado State, on the air since 1964.
You're watching CTV, produced by Colorado State University students, bringing you news, weather, sports, and entertainment from campus and beyond. CTV live Monday through Thursday at 7 p.m. on campus and Fort Collins on Channel 11. Repeats at midnight, 8 a.m., noon, and 2 p.m.
The Rocky Mountain Collegian is your student-run news and information platform. Pick up your paper on campus or around Fort Collins Monday through Thursday with special editions Fridays. And check out collegian.com anytime for all the latest updates. News, sports, entertainment, opinion, and more. The Rocky Mountain Collegian, serving Colorado State since 1891.
College Avenue has been your student magazine for the last 10 years. College Avenue prints once a month covering topics that are relevant to the CSU and Fort Collins community. We also print special editions like the graduation guides at the end of each semester, the best of CSU each fall, and the orientation guide each summer. Look for us on racks around campus, off campus, or online at collegian.com under the College Avenue tab.
Hey there, Rams. I'm the producer for Tuesday, Alec Erickson, and I'm now joined by some of our graduating seniors with NCTV. We just want to take a quick minute and thank them for the amount of work they put into our program. If it wasn't for you guys, CTV would not be what it is. So I just want to take a minute with all of you and kind of talk about your experiences within CTV. Willis, why don't we start with you?
Well, Alec, it's been a ride, and you've been my producer the whole time. I've absolutely loved it. It has been quite the experience. I'm a really pretty nostalgic person, so I'm actually wearing the exact getup I had on when I auditioned for this job.
It's funny that you mentioned your audition because you were the first person I've hired in this position, and Bryn and I literally heard you talk for one sentence and we're like, this kid needs to work for us. You were so professional from that moment on that we decided you need to be with us because we knew you were going to go on and do amazing things in the real world.
Yeah, I think Alec and I looked at each other, and within 5 seconds we were like, can he start tomorrow? Because he's so good. We need him on our team.
Exactly.
Yeah, Nicole, do you want to talk about how you working for Tuesday with me? You were my first entertainment anchor.
I started off on Tuesday. Alec was my producer, and I was an entertainment anchor for 2 semesters, and then I moved on to a whole new 30-minute entertainment show. But yeah, I started with you, and you were my executive producer. It was a fun time. I started with Willis too. Mm-hmm. He stayed on Tuesday crew, but yeah.
We all work a lot here. We all work together clearly.
Yep.
We spend so much time together. We're like this close-knit family that like we all started at the same level and we're all here now. Sierra, do you want to talk about a little bit of your experience here?
Certainly, yeah. So I started out kind of subbing for different desks because I always wanted to be on air, but I also loved making like packages. I started out making packages for news, and then that kind of transitioned into doing the weather and doing news and just being on camera. It's been a blast. It's been a set of skills that I'll be able to take away with me. So yeah, I don't know. I'm super grateful for the time that I had. It's been great.
It's been fun to watch you.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we're just trying to show people all the skills that they need to be broadcast journalists. And so to watch people like yourself grow for these last couple of years, it's been an amazing experience to handle. And Bryn, I think you know that best because you hired all of us. All of us owe this to you.
Yeah.
And so.
What are you guys talking about? Yeah, I mean, it's been fun to work here for 4 years. I've, like you said, had kind of a variety of positions. Just started as a baby freshman and worked my way up, and then was a news anchor and news producer, and I got to work with you really closely for a couple years, and that was really awesome to be able to kind of teach you my producing skills and then work on my personal content and manage, and then this year kind of do the fun stuff, and I started my own show, and interviewing people live on desk has been really fun and prepared me for live interviews in the future, and I love CTV. It's my home, and I'm going to miss it.
And we're going to miss all of you guys so much. We know you guys have made a huge difference for me as producing this show for the last couple of years. It's been such a fun time working with all of you. I know you are all going to go on and do amazing things in the real world. You are going to be top market journalists right off the bat. I just know it. But I wish you all the best of luck in whatever you do. Thank you all again for all your time and work with CTV. We wish you just the absolute best going in the future. And we just want to make sure that you guys tune in for our last CTV Cook show tomorrow. And with all of that, have a good night, Rams.